Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Fortnite video. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys the exact location to get yourselves the hidden, secret, or bonus battle star for the blockbuster challenges as far as week 6 goes, as well as talk about each of these challenges and the fastest and easiest ways to a complete guide to completing all of your week 6 challenges. Of course, blockbuster is coming out very soon, and you want to make sure you are keeping up to date with these challenges because you want to have full completion, and you also of course want to get yourself tiers and battle stars. You know, battle stars is probably the easiest way to get a full tier as far as your battle pass goes. So if you guys could smack a like on this video, let's go for 800 likes. That would be absolutely amazing if we could hit that. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and not already subscribed. And I'm going to be showing you guys the location, but the thing you have to remember now is to get this hidden battle star, basically every single week there's this battle star that comes with the challenges, but then there's a hidden one that you can only find once you have completed all of the previous week's challenges. So for this battle star location I'm going to show you guys right here, basically you have to have all of the previous weeks completed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, and then you'll be able to get yourself the free battle star here. If you haven't completed any of those past weeks or this week's, this won't pop up for you until you actually have done that. At the time of me recording this video, I'm recording it early, so it isn't there for me because I'm recording the video early because I want to let you guys know, but I promise you guys this is the exact location and you will find this once you have all of your previous weeks completed up to week 6. And I made videos on how to complete last week's challenges. So basically, Greasy Grove, you can see there is this red truck. Right on top of this truck is where you're going to find that battle star. Very simple, and the reason why we know it's there is because people have, you know, been seen and screenshotted them getting it there, and also the fact that on the loading screen every single week they basically leak the location on the blockbuster loading screen. I'll throw the loading screen up on the screen right now, and as you guys can see in this, if you look closely, it looks like they're just chilling, you know, but if you look closely on the movie set, on top of that red food truck by the fork right there, you can see there's like a faded out battle star, and that's basically where they hint at it every single week in these loading screens, and that's the location for it. But once again, you're going to have have completed this week and all the previous weeks, or that won't pop up for you guys. But once it does, very easy. Now, of course, this week's challenges just came out, so I want to give you guys a full guide on how to complete each of those, and that's what we're going to do in today's video. Some of the challenges this week are pretty easy, some of them are fairly difficult, but I'll let you guys know about each of them. First one is to search for 3 supply drops. Now this is a very interesting one because this is one that is a little bit hard to get. Supply drops, they don't really spawn until the middle of the game. They are kind of hard to get. My strategy for this, it would be to land at a town and basically get some guns and try to survive, and then in the mid game is where you're going to be able to capitalize on these supply drops. Now there's no secret to find where they spawn. It's pretty much completely random, but what you can do is you can be looking up in the sky and catching them when they first drop, because they drop really high, and once you see where it's dropping, you can head over there, build yourself a 1x1 base. I'd usually recommend building it at least 2 or 3 levels high, and just wait for the supply drop to drop into your base. Now you can shoot at them and shoot them down so they drop faster. However, I wouldn't recommend doing that because that just alerts other people of your location, and you don't want to be taking a fight. But if you build up and basically, you know, get there early and set up for it, you can wait till it comes down and open those supply drops. Now these spawn more frequently the longer the game has gone. So in the early game there's like none. In the mid game they'll start to spawn, and if you can make it into like the top 15, top 20, they will spawn, of course, in a smaller area, smaller circle, or smaller zone, and at a much faster rate. So that's probably what you're going to want to do. This is one that, it is kind of a difficult challenge. There's no exact things you can do, but that's definitely the easiest way to complete it, is just to survive, look around, and make sure to set up early for those drops, and build up high so you won't be contested. Next one is to deal 1,000 damage with shotguns to opponents. Now, this is interesting because shotguns were recently nerfed in this game. The pump shotgun, as well as the tac shotgun, got tiny damage nerfs and got huge nerfs to the damage multiplier in the headshots. Before it was 250%. Now it was nerfed on only the pump and the tac shotgun. The heavy did not get touched, and it's only 200% multiplier, which, I mean, doesn't really affect this challenge, but I just thought I'd let everyone know. Some people are saying the heavy shotgun is now the best shotgun in the game. I don't know. This update literally just came out today, so I'm going to spend some time, you know, playing with it and experimenting. Then I'll probably make an updated shotgun video because things have really been changing around that that. And of course, this is a complete meta shifter, so I'm definitely going to have to update videos on that. But this one is to deal 1,000 damage with shotguns. This one is pretty easy. What I would suggest for this one is, of course, shotguns are like probably one of the main guns in this game, especially early game. Land tilted towers, grab yourself the first shotgun that you see. If you can find some shields, great. If not, it's all good. And just rush the heck out of people. Use those shotgun tips I've said in previous videos. And basically, there's no better place to get this challenge done faster than tilted towers. Another tip to remember with this one is it is damage based. It's based off 1,000 damage. So for this one, in order to do damage, it doesn't matter if the enemy is knocked. It doesn't matter if they're standing up. So if you're knocking down enemies, even if you knock them with another gun, you can finish them off with a shotgun, and that damage will count towards it. Next is going to be to search 7 chests in Loot Lake. Loot Lake is kind of a weird area because it's kind of hard to traverse the water, but it's a pretty easy area to find chests because there's an abundance of them. I'll show a picture up on the screen right now. These are all of the possible chest spawns in Loot Lake. Now, of course, you guys know with chests, they don't spawn at these exact locations every single game, but these are the only possible spots where they can spawn. So this is where you're going to want to check. As you guys can see, I'm guessing everything in this picture will count. It's all pretty much technically Loot Lake, even if those are on the factories. Most of the times when they've done this in previous weeks, all of the ones in that area have counted. It doesn't have to be exactly in the lake or something like that. So what I would suggest doing is you probably want to either land factories, land or land in the middle, but I think everyone's going to be going for the middle, like people who aren't thinking strategically and just trying to get the chest. So I would suggest actually if the factories are 2-packed and the middle is 2-packed, because this is one of the challenges that are crazy because everyone goes to that location at the early part of the week. I would actually suggest landing by that top sort of area and working your way in. There's definitely less people going to be going there. So if you're having troubles in the middle or in the factories, you can see there's a possibility of like 6 chests in that top right area. So you can as you're flying in, look and make sure you see one, land, get that gun, and then kill people as you move to the next one. That's what I would definitely do. And of course, 7 chests is quite a few, but this can be done in multiple games. There's no limit to how many games you can play. So that's what I would say as far as that goes. As far as the next one we have here, it's to spray over different Carbide or Omega posters. Now, what I suggest for this one is that this one is kind of complicated because you have to find these locations, and my honest suggestion for this one would be to look up a YouTube video on this because YouTube will show all of these separate locations. Now, I have a video that I made with these locations in it, and I'll probably just slap that video on the at the end of this video. So when I'm done talking about this video, I will slap that footage of those Carbide and Omega poster locations. So if you guys are still interested in that, I mean, I made a full video on my channel, but I might as well, make it easier on you guys, and I'll throw that 1-minute clip of me showing all the locations at the end of this video. And then of course the next one is to search between a playground, campsite, and a footprint, which is kind of cool because both of the battle stars, the hidden blockbuster one and the normal week 6 challenge one, are near Greasy Grove. This one is going to be right outside of Greasy Grove, basically by the mountain in between Greasy and Snobby. You can go there and anyone get themselves a free battle star. This one you don't have to complete anything before it pops up. It'll be right there, and I'll show a screenshot on the screen to the exact location where you're going to want to land at. And as far as the next challenge we have, it is SMG eliminations. This one is pretty easy. 3 eliminations with SMGs. Once again, the same strategy works for eliminations. I believe you can knock people and then just finish them off and it will count as an elimination. So that's what I would suggest doing. Early game, pick up a shotgun, do that damage with the shotgun, and then elim people with the SMG. Or the one of the greatest combos in the game, the pump shotgun, switch over to that TAC SMG. Very, very deadly. The pump shotgun to TAC shotgun or to TAC SMG. Just those interact so well. That's what I would say as far as that goes. And the final challenge is to eliminate 3 opponents in Retail Row. Now, they say this challenge is hard, but let's be honest, this really isn't that hard of a challenge to eliminate 3 opponents in Retail Row. Just land at Retail Row, land on top of one of the houses. You can get yourself a chest out of there, and then basically you know what to do the rest of it. Get some shields, rotate, and take out people. And you have unlimited tries at that one too, so I wouldn't say that one's the hardest. Basically, the hardest one this week will probably be to search supply drops to get 3 of them, and loot Lake chest because that area is going to be spammed. The Carbide and Omega posters are fairly easy, and I will roll footage of all of the locations right now on the screen to close out this video. If you guys could drop a like on this video, I'd really appreciate that because this shows you the guide on how to complete everything. And once you've done that, of course, that location will pop up for you for the hidden battle stars. So subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Drop a like, and I'll show you guys the footage for the Carbide and Omega posters. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Peace. First location right here is on the bridge south of Shifty Shafts. You'll see me walk up to it. It's right here. I'm also by a floor spawn, and basically right there, I suggest putting your emote under like some of your first page dance moves or whatever, and you can do it easily. Second location, Tilted Towers, right underneath the stairs here as you're leaving Tilted Towers. Pretty easy one to find right there. Next location here is going to be on this sort of rock, I don't know what it's called, but it's a stack of rocks. It's like a rock mountain between Dusty Divot and Salty Springs. You'll see me build up to it, and it's right here by this little campfire place. Some of these posters are with the blue carbide, some of them are with the black omega. It doesn't really matter. There's just 7 of them total, and you have to spray paint over each of them. Now, I'm not sure if your spray paint has to cover the whole thing or if it just has to cover part of it. Probably just part of it, but anyway, the next location is Tomato Town in the bottom of the tunnel. Right there, you'll be able to find that one pretty easy. A lot of these are pretty easy. Next is by the shipping container yard between Retail Row and Tomato Town. Right inside here by the vending machine spawn, you'll be able to spray paint over that. Another fairly easy one. Next one here is kind of out of the way. This one is one that you might just want to land here and get it done. This is Pleasant Park. Beside Pleasant Park, there's this little broken down house area, and that's where this one's going to be located. And the last one is another one that's kind of out of the way, which is at the prison by Moisty Mire, right here on the side. This area was kind of like completely destroyed by the meteor, and they haven't really been doing repairs to it like they have been with Tilted, but this is where you'll find the last location. Hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. It's pretty easy. You just have to spray paint over each of these. Thanks for watching, guys. Smack a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Have a great night, and I'm out. Peace.